Hi, I'm Linda from paperboutiquewithlinda.com. Today I want to show you my new favorite tool for bookmaking. It's called the Perfect Trim Ruler, and I'll show you how to use it in just a couple of minutes. A couple of weeks ago, I made this adorable book using directions from Kathy Orta's book, and I'll show you her book in a minute. And this is what kind of got me started on bookmaking. It's just so much fun. And I did another video, if you want to check my YouTube channel, on some more photos of the book. But let me show you real quickly the directions. I purchased this interactive mini scrapbook, and once again, it's by Kathy Orta. And Kathy Orta's blog is called Paper Phenomenon. And this is the book I made. So if you're interested in making the book, you can certainly purchase this book from Kathy's website. But in watching Kathy's videos, she kept referring to this tool, the Perfect Trim Ruler, and I'll zoom in on this so you can get a little bit better view. And I have it on green paper so it'll show a little bit. And what this tool does, let me show you an end result. When you're covering a book, as you can see here, it perfectly miters the corner, which means that they both line up every time, and it's so easy to use. So I purchased it, and you can purchase it from perfecttrimruler.com for $11.95, which includes shipping. Again, perfecttrimruler.com. The first thing you do to use this Perfect Trim Ruler is you measure your chipboard. Now the .625 edge here is for thin chipboard, and that's what I'm using today. The .1875 is for medium. Actually, the .1875 is for bookboard. And bookboard, as you can see, is very thick. And the .125 is for medium weight chipboard, and there's also a .25 or quarter-inch measurement. The first thing you do when you get it is measure your chipboard, and I just like to line it up on top and go with the closest one. And it just makes it super easy to do. And let me show you how it works. I went ahead and just for demonstration purposes, I cut a 3-inch square of chipboard. And what I like to do is to make my paper overlap about 3/4 of an inch on each side. So I made this 4.5 by 4.5. And then what I do when I got this tip from Kathy Orta is I went ahead and used my scoreboard or ScorePal and scored 3/4 of an inch from all sides, and then I glued it down. You can use a bookmaking glue, you can use like score tape, which is what Kathy recommends, or you can use scrappy tape. So I glued down my, in this case, thin chipboard. And then what you're going to do, since I know my chipboard is the .0625 side, you're going to line this up with the, and here's the .0625, and if it was the .25, you'd use this triangle. But let me get that back. And you're going to line it up, and I'm hoping that you can see this, where the chipboard is just barely inside those lines. Now, the Perfect Trim Ruler was designed to be used with a rotary cutter, so you could do that. Kathy Orta in her videos just used, you know, just a cutting tool or a straight edge, whatever works for you. What I do is I go ahead and just draw it in, and you can see, and then you just repeat that in each corner, and I just used a pencil. And then the next step is I just go ahead and trim along that line, and you can see here, you can see the pencil is a little bit wider there, so it probably would be more accurate if you used a rotary cutter or a straight edge to cut with. And let me show you the next step. What you're going to do is glue down the side, or you can glue the top down, doesn't matter. And I think you can see here, there's just like a little overlap. It's a triangle. And there are many different ways to wrap bookboard. I do it this way, but I'm such a novice at that, so many of you may have a better way of tucking the corner. But all I'll do is use my fingernail and glue that down. And then I bring this piece over, and look at that. You can see it just miters perfectly. And let me just bring this back in. Oh, I'm going to move this because it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to see on the green. I just bring it back in and it's a perfectly mitered corner, and I'll turn it over. And that's how easy it is. So once again, you can order this from perfecttrimruler.com for $11.95, which includes shipping. Well, I'd like to thank you for watching, and for more project ideas, please visit my blog, paperboutiquewithlinda.com. Bye-bye.